The Houston Rockets will not win a single NBA title if they don't start to make changes. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Yeah, hi. I'm on my match in the dark. 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 I'm on my match in the dark.
Yo, what's up guys? Jason's here and welcome back to another video. If it's your first time watching, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first in the future to see my new video. Before we even start, I want to give a huge shout out to my man Michael for helping us making this video. Make sure you guys go follow him at balltriptv_ml. He posts a bunch of cool content there, so you don't want to miss that. So today, the topic is all about the Houston Rockets. One of the most controversial team in the NBA as known for their shooting ability and transition skill, but is that really the case? We all know that defense wins championship, offense wins the game. That is exactly what is happening to the Rockets. As their head coach Mike D'Antoni said, we will double the offense but half the defense. The problem is, it doesn't work that well with the team. Before we even get deeper with all those analysis, let's just start with some basic information. Well, on the offensive end, the Houston Rocket is ranked at 23rd on 3-point percentage, which is around 34.8%, but most in 3-pointer attempted per game with an average of 44.2 shots. Well, they're able to convert around 15.4 out of those shots, which is the most 3-pointer made among all teams. But the problem is 48.8% of their shots come from 3-pointer. Along with all that, the Houston Rockets is the second worst team in the league in assists per game at 21.5. What does that mean? That means the majority of their shots were made from one-on-one situation. Either James Harden or Westbrook take the ball and try to score, which is a lot less efficient compared to other small ball teams such as the Golden State Warriors 2 years ago. As we all know, small ball is the play style for the Houston Rocket. The small ball requires a perfect, smooth ball movement for the entire team to create a good shot. This once again connects to the previous data that they are not able to convert 3-pointer. 15.4 out of 44.2 is not a really good number. And another big thing that I want to point out is their assist/turnover ratio. This ratio at this point is standing very poorly at 1.464, which is the second worst in the league. This again shows that the Rockets' transition is extremely awful. Now, get on the defensive end. Their defensive efficiency this season is ranked at 15th place among all teams, which doesn't sound that bad, but if you take into consideration that there are only 16 teams to compete in the playoff, their defense is pretty horrible. And plus, they are ranked in 16th place on defensive rebound, which means they give more second chance to their opponents to score. 11.1 offensive rebounds were made by their opponents on average. This is a huge problem because on their roster, there isn't a technically center in the team. The tallest guy is Covington at 6'9". The Rockets is the only team in the league without a center, so I still don't understand what is the GM doing. Because it's understandable that you want to build a fast-paced offense, but you can't expect your shooter to make every single shot, which leads to my another point. Well, the Rocket system heavily relied on 3-pointer, but if anyone has an off night, the offense is stuck, and since their lack of rim protector, they're not able to stop other team on the defensive end. So this builds the big problem for the Rockets. They are not able to convert or make shots on the offensive end. And due to the bad transition and defensive ability, their opponent can easily make shots on them. So that's why sometimes you can see the Rockets are losing really, really bad. So before the NBA season is suspended, the Rockets lost 4 games in a row, with James Harden shooting under 37% from the field. They lost some of the worst teams in the league, such as the New York Knicks, Charlotte Hornets, and the Orlando Magic. All of the losses are blowout except the game against the Knicks. So now let's get some deeper analysis with what the real problem is with Rockets. Well, we got some game tape right here, and the first problem is nobody is guarding the paint. So let's take a look. Right here, as they got stopped from the offense, James Harden is the only guy back there. And it ended up with the easy bucket in the paint, because why? Nobody's guarding it. And again, they got stopped. Here come the Sixers. It's a pretty simple through-and-through situation, but look at what James Harden is doing. Lacking on defense. Ended up with the easy buckets in the rim. Why? Because nobody's guarding it. And this is where the problem is. They are not able to score on the offense, and they give away easy bucket back on defense, which is why sometimes they're losing by a huge number and they get blown out. But back in here, I want to give a big thumbs up to the offense because it's perfect execution. As James Harden attacked the paint, Rob Covington did a screen for Russell Westbrook, and results is an easy 3-pointer. This is what they should do all the time because I know they have the ability to do that, but they are wasting their talent. And back on defense, it's a pretty simple 5-on-5 situation, looking pretty solid so far, but a simple pick and roll breaks their game. As you can see, easy buckets at the rim. Why? Because nobody is guarding the paint. And this play right here, as you can see, number 9 is wide open. But look at what James Harden is doing. Nothing. He did nothing. This is why their offensive mindsets and their defensive mindsets are not balanced. Like, they are not able to score on the offense, and they are lacking a defense, giving away easy bucket. And this one right here, which is the one that I want to point out the most. So number 23 is about to set a screen for number 9 right here. And number 11 is about to cut to the paint right here. Look at this. Number 11 is wide open. Number 23 is about to get open. And if the defender tries to help, as you can see, Rivers try to ask Gordon for help. If Gordon helps, number 3 will be wide open. And if the other defender help on the other end, number 3 will be open. And guess what? Easy buckets in the paint. Why? Because nobody's guarding it. The overall defensive structure for the Rockets is broken. The second thing that I want to talk about is their transition defense. Not offense, defense. Take a look. Paul George coming here. Easy buckets from Kawhi Leonard in the paint. This time it's not because nobody's guarding the paint. As you can see, James Harden is guarding the paint. But since their taller player are not back yet because their speed is not fast enough from the offensive end, they're giving away easy buckets from the defense. You can see here James Harden missed the easy buckets. Paul George all the way because nobody's back yet. This is the problem. Whenever they miss shots on the offensive end, their transition defense is extremely slow, which often leads to easy buckets for their opponent. And you can see here James Harden works really hard one-on-one to get this layup, which he almost missed. But back in defense, look at what they're doing. Russell Westbrook and Rob Covington, look at what they're doing. They're giving Morris a wide open shots. So James Harden works hard on the offensive end, gets the 2-point, and back on defense, they're giving away 3 points, which is a -1 for them, and that's why they're not winning. So once again here, the problem is the height. As you can see, nobody's guarding the paint because nobody can do that at this current point. And the person that is guarding Kawhi Leonard, which is Rob Covington, which is probably the only person able to guard him. But since their skill cap are way different, it ended up with an easy bucket from Kawhi Leonard. So they're not able to stop their opponent from transition offense, and they're not able to stop them from just normal 5-on-5 setup defense, which is why they're not winning any of their important game. The final part that I want to talk about is Russell Westbrook. Well, I showed you guys a bunch of mistakes that were made just from some other notable Rockets player, but besides Russell Westbrook. It's not that Russ was without his fair share of misshapes. In fact, it's been the opposite. His defensive play has been so damaging, especially against some sharp offensive team, that he deserves his own section. He is showing the same bad habits off ball as every other Rockets perimeter defender, but in even higher of a volume. This isn't just to pick on Westbrook as if he's the only person that's responsible for the team's half-court problem. He's not. But the way he's played recently isn't an ingredient for success, especially when combined with some other lackluster performers such as Eric Gordon and James Harden, who are suffering from the defensive end already. But regardless, the team's defense has consistently performed better without Russell Westbrook so far this season. With him on the court, the team is giving up 120.1 points per 100 possession, and with him off the court, the number goes down to 108.1 points per 100 possession. The team's starting lineup has been far and away their best defensive lineup, with a 101.4 defensive rating, but just about every other lineup that includes Westbrook has been the 130s or higher, with one exception at 114 and another at 121. The Rockets haven't been great defensively without Westbrook, but they've been a disaster with him. Westbrook was especially bad in the half court against some other team, just because some other team took advantage of him better than some others. Well, he hasn't been quite the liability in the area all season like he was that game. There's one major area that Westbrook was exposed in against the previous footage for 76er that has also triggered the team's defense all year: the transition. Well, Westbrook simply refused to get back in transition the vast majority of the time, and it has hurt the team tremendously. So back to my point. If you are not able to score on the offense, which is common, at least what you should do is quickly get back on D. At least don't give away easy bucket. But this is exactly what is not happening with the Rockets, because their defensive mindsets are not there yet. So I think the solutions is pretty simple. At this current point, there are rumors around that the Rockets will trade away Russell Westbrook for a solid shooter that can also play defense, and also try to get Andre Drummond from the Cavaliers to help with the defense and the rebound. I think this is definitely viable because Westbrook is not really showing his value for the Houston Rockets, so I think getting rid of him can be a huge upgrade for the team. And at the same time, getting a center such as Andre Drummond, who doesn't really require a ball in his hand, can be a big. Overall, I think Rockets has some solid pieces like James Harden, Covington, and PJ Tucker, but their lack of offensive ability and transition on defense is the reasons that they are losing the game. So comment down below to let me know what do you think about the rumors for trading away Russell Westbrook and getting Andre Drummond. And once again, don't forget to follow me at BallTrapTV_YT and Michael at BallTrapTV_ML. We post daily content there, so you don't want to miss that. And don't forget to subscribe us on YouTube at BallTrapTV. Leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the small bell next to the subscribe button, as we'll post once or twice every week, and you will get notified the first. thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. And as always, be safe, and me and Michael will see you guys in the next video. Peace.